Hello, I'm Gigi the Reader, and today I will be reviewing Perfect Shadow by Brent Weeks. I have to start off adding a quick note about this book before beginning my summary and review. After reading it, I truly see how it ended up on a Dollar Tree shelf. It is originally priced at $17.99, and I'm so happy I only paid $1 for it, to be honest. The author, Brent Weeks, writes some really lewd and sleazy sexual content, also violent and grotesque killings, even though the main character is an assassin. He also uses a very weird and irritating style of writing I'll call flashbacks, not very entertaining, but short and the book does have a few interesting parts, so I decided to finish reading it and go ahead and give it a review. So here we go. The story starts out with an assassin swimming up from a lake at night towards a castle, trying to figure out how to enter a large chateau off the shore. He's watching and studying the guards. The assassin's name is Gaelan Starfire, and he's trying to sneak into the chateau on the island off the shore from a lake. The man who lives there and owns the castle name is Baron Rico. Gaelan Starfire, the assassin, has found a way in through a sewage system of the large building. The sewage chutes that hang from the castle walls. The name of the castle is Chateau Cheyenne. While contemplating how to sneak into the castle, the stories take a flashback to the previous owner of the chateau and when Gaelan first met her years back. Her name is Guinevere Carina. Hold on. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, I have to stop. That's probably my co-narrator, Shaquita, the Fairy of the Bees. She's always running late. I have to get the door. Hold on 1 second. Wait a minute. Wait, here I come. She's always running. Hold on.
Hello, excuse me, Gigi. I'm running late, I know. Just let me over to the mic, I know. Okay. So, excuse me, Gigi, it's not my fault that why are you always so slow getting to the door in the first place? Let's talk.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Because I ain't got time with her, so whatever else you're talking about, I ain't got time for, Gigi. You should get to the door quicker. You know I got things I have to do. Okay?
Alright, you should get here.
Excuse me.
God, you should get here quicker.
Excuse me, let me get a mic. What is we reading? Oh my God. What is not another one, Gigi? Not another Dollar Tree cornball trash book are you reading to our subscribers?
Yes, I am.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And if this is still PG-13, Gigi, as last time I checked, I don't know about this one. I don't know, but I didn't read it because it's not worth to read, Gigi. It comes from the dollar store. It's by Brent Weeks. He think he killed it. He got a whole series of these books. And I don't know how that happens. How he got made a whole series. These people actually like to read this trash. And you paid $1 and some change for it with taxes.
Yes.
That's how and it's like, you paid too much. 99 cents too much, Gigi. That's all I got to say. But, wow. So this is what we're doing again. I mean, we know you got your last book, last review, was the Iron Will of Jenny Law. I mean, we just left up on that one. That was for a Dollar Tree book. Jenny Law, the Iron Will of Jenny Law is pretty good. Now, I got to tell you that, I give you that much. But this was not a gem that you found. This is straight trash right here, Gigi. But we're gonna put his picture up, Brent Weeks. He think he killing it. We're gonna put his picture up later on in the story, but okay. Alright, okay, I'm late, but let me get situated. So you can go ahead, continue on, Gigi the Reader. Continue on.
Okay, as I was rudely interrupted. Okay, we're talking about breaking into the castle and how he met the previous owner, Guinevere Carina. Okay, he found a way through the sewage system. Her name was Guinevere Carina, and he met her at a party she'd thrown. Actually, it says on page 14 she invited him to an orgy. and that's how he met her. Guinevere Karina ran a brothel. She invited him to a party slash orgy to speak with him about hiring him as an assassin. She heard he was once a brave soldier in an army. Guinevere, best described as a madam in a prostitution ring, but she was ready to be out of it. She had sex with him before she hired him. She said it because it was part of her profession.
So she's a mad Guinevere Karina is a madam. In other words, she's a whore and she runs a whorehouse. I mean, that's all she is, Gigi. And it's beautiful. I'm pretty sure I heard she was a transgender, first of all. She's a transgender.
I don't know.
And and she's a transgender. She's not even she's supposed to be so gorgeous. Of course she is. They the most beautiful. The transgender, the trannies. She's a man, Gigi. And guess what? I got proof. You know how?
Oh my God.
I have a recording. Yes, I have a recording of a man going off on her and letting everybody know and letting her know he knows that she's a transgender. That's what. And Brent, what's his name? Gaelan's supposed to be so manly, and then ain't nothing but another man he going with, and he knows it's a transgender, and she got balls. Yes, and a wee-wee too.
Oh my God.
So, here's recording.
Okay.
Gigi, I am the co-narrator of this channel, and I want to be my recordings to be played, and I have proof. Okay. Here's recording of a man going off on letting her know she's a transgender. So here we go. Continue on.
Okay, so here we go. A recording that Shaquita says she has of a man confronting Guinevere Karina and letting her know that he knows that she's actually a transgender. And although she's supposed to be this beautiful woman, but she's actually was born a man. So he's confronting her and letting her know I guess he's been to a brothel before. But here's the recording that Shaquita wants to play. Here it is.
Oh, hell no. Hey, y'all, all the brothers, this nigga be lying saying he's a girl. This is a boy right here, y'all. Now, I know they be tricky and shit, and sometimes they may look a little cute, but this is a boy. This is a boy right here, y'all. Word the mother. He got me the first time I came to Beagle. I thought this was a bitch, and this was a grown man with a wee-wee. You wrong, brother. You wrong. Ain't not wrong with telling a nigga your T. You always say niggas clocking your T. Nigga, I'm telling your T, nigga. Yo. Alright, you be good, brother. Alright, brother. You gonna stay here? Mute me, kick me, man, that nigga. Wait, what? Oh, it's the black. Hold up. Oh, you mean tell me? Now, this is some real shit. You mean tell me that it's cool for a man to impersonate a female? Man, I'm gonna keep it real. You know how you be seeing the motherfuckers in the comments be like, that's a man, and you be like, look at them y'all trying to clock my teeth. That be me. I be telling niggas like that, I don't think that shit cool, bruh. Like, you be having niggas calling you baby, and then they calling you a woman. So clearly they think you a woman. And if you ain't no woman, I can see if you be like, look here, babe, sir, I ain't no woman, but if he chooses to say what the fuck how he talks to you, then and that's on him, because you gave him the opportunity. Like, look, I told you, like, nigga, I ain't no fucking woman. At least give a nigga that type of respect, you feel me? But you don't do that. You let them niggas thinking that you a female. That shit ain't fair.
Okay, I have a question.
You hear me, brother?
Okay. Do you...
What's up, brother? Sunflower? Yes.
Okay. Do you have a woman in your life?
Yes, I do. That's my stinky dinky back.
We know that's a lie. And I heard your mom just died recently. Is that true as well?
Shit, it feel like that. She don't call me. Feel like, fuck out them deflated ass titties on your fucking body, nigga. You don't get the fuck out of here, nigga. You built corny as shit. Like, stand up right now. Your body fucked up would be a bitch. Your doctor was even fuck you is?
Okay. And I have another question.
No! No, D, get the fuck out of here. What's up, Chip?
I have another question.
Your hands big as shit. You ready to go play basketball? Right down the court, play basketball.
You guys, do you notice how he has to outlaugh me and outtalk me to try to avoid the conversation?
What? Go ahead. No,
okay, so with you body shaming me, can you stand up? Can we see your body? Because we already can't see your head. Because I don't want to have to yell and get you together because you're not worth me yelling. The fact that I'm holding this conversation with you, I know you're pressed, and I know you're excited to talk to me because your night was boring until I came across you live.
Brother, this is not ladylike. You're supposed to be a lady. It's not ladylike, brother.
Okay. So my question for you is, are you really body shaming me? Have you seen you? Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Nigga, I'm stopping. What you talking about? See, you want me to stand up so you can see a nigga muscle and shit like that. We ain't doing the kinky shit, brother. We ain't doing that.
You are not stocky. You are fat.
We ain't doing that,
brother. You are fat and you're attractive.
Brother.
We're not gonna let you speak. You're not gonna I be trying to laugh at them with them, but you're not gonna keep out talking because I'm gonna have to be loud with you, like I was loud with the other nigger. But bruh, stop. That is not how you really feel. You're ugly everywhere you go. You're the type of old little man, and you're talking about you're stocky. Stocky men have necks.
Okay, that's enough of her recording. Okay, we get back to the story. Alright, so he confronts Guinevere about being a transgender, and some people know it and some people don't. So anyway, back to the story. Next we flash back. Okay, she had sex with him before. We're going back to where she met Gaelan, and she invited him to an orgy, and she had sex with him before she hired him. She said it was because it was part of her profession. Okay, next we flash back to Gaelan having sex with his wife. So this goes back, a flashback he has. So he's thinking about his wife. He was married years ago. Him and his wife have a daughter. His daughter's name is Alina, and she's 8 years old. His wife's name is Serena. The story talks about them in past tense, though, and flashes back or fast forwards back to him and Guinevere's sex scene. It says on page 26, Gaelan had been different men and different names over a span of 680 years. So he's had different identities over a span of 680 years.
What? 680 years? You mean this man been on Earth for 680 years, Gigi? So what is it? Is he an assassin or is he a vampire? What is it, Gigi?
I don't know. Have no idea.
So you mean he's a vampire?
Well, we have to keep reading to find out.
Okay, so you said we have to read a little bit more. We gotta wait to find out what is he. He's been on Earth for 680 years, but he's not a vampire. So I guess it's gonna explain to us how he had to be 680 years old. So Gigi, so we're gonna find out. Okay, Gigi, so we're gonna find out later on in the story. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, that's confusing to me. How can he live to be 680 years old and he's not a vampire?
We'll have to see.
Okay. So we gotta keep listening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay, Gigi. This author is everywhere anyway. He all over the place with this story, so I'm gonna let you continue on.
Okay. So the first person he was born as was Prince Gaelan Thorn. He stated he was the crown prince of the dead kingdom of Trithel. In a previous life, before he was Gaelan, he was Tal Dracon for 25 years. In the next scene, a hired spy or assassin is following him and is trying to kill him. It's mentioned on page 32 that Gaelan is 680 years old, but he's not a vampire, but simply an immortal with some magical powers. So we find that out, that he's just an immortal with magical powers. Guinevere admits it wasn't an assassin that followed him, but a spy she hired to see if he told anyone that she wanted to hire him. She wants to hire him to kill 4 other assassins. These men work for a group called the Shinga, and she wants to take over the Shinga. The first assignment she wanted to send Gaelan on was to go after a man called Scarred Warble. Scarred Warble, real name was Ben Warble. He got the nickname from intentional scars, we learn on page 44. They were self-inflicted keloid scars from his neck to his fingertips. The scars were rituals from the clan he was from. He was from a clan called the Fraiku, most likely an African tribe or clan. When Guinevere actually hired Ben Warble to train Gaelan for some new fighting skills. But Guinevere actually hired Ben Warble to train Gaelan for some new fighting skills. As part of his assignment, the first wet boy Gaelan killed was named Neil Skeeling. He snuck up on the man near a marketplace at the Pilth River, near an area where tradesmen worked. He waited till late as the tradesmen were leaving their docks and sailing back home in their boats. He approached Niels Skeeling in the thinning crowd at the border of the river, quickly stabbed him, wrapped a lead weight around him, and pushed his body into the river. The next Shinga member, or wet boy, he had to kill was Polis Merritt. He was the partying type, and Gaelan found him in a brothel, a whorehouse. He was an overweight 45-year-old man whose specialty was poisoning people. When Gaelan followed him to the bar, Polos approached Gaelan and confronted him. He told him he knew he was there to kill him and told him to just make it quick. Polos got up and walked away from the Blythe River dock. Gaelan followed by jumping from rooftop to rooftop. He shot an arrow at the base of his skull, killing him. It was the second kill of his assignment. We find out Polis left a small fortune to one of Guinevere's working girls in her brothel, but she didn't want his death traced back to her in any way. Now Guinevere tells Gaelan the next 2 to be killed are Sarin and Jade Marion, a husband and wife. She tells him they have a 7-year-old son. Gaelan protests and says, "So I'm making him an orphan." Fantastic. She told him they're already teaching him the business. That didn't make Gaelan feel any better. He agreed to kill these 2 assassins only if Guinevere would agree to take their son in and provide for him. She agreed. Gaelan found out they beat their son to train him, so it made it easier to kill his parents, Saran and Jade Marion. Another flashback occurs in the story to one of his previous lives. He recalls how many wives he had and how many he saw killed over his 608-year life. We find out Baron Rico propositioned Gaelan to work for him. The last wet boy Guinevere asked Gaelan to kill is Scarred Warble, or otherwise called Ben Warble, the one who has been training Gaelan, but he's a member of the Shinga. She doesn't want to take a chance on Ben Warble to guess what she's doing and report her and Gaelan back to Baron Rico. Next time Ben sees Gaelan, he tells him, "If you don't kill me, Gaelan, the Shinga will order me to kill you. You'll only push your problems back a day or 2, and he'll send the bashers and all the apprentice wet boys after you." So Gaelan, being the big cheese ball he is, responds, describing himself to Ben by saying, "I am the strong arm of deliverance. I am Shadow Strider. I am the scales of justice. I am he who guards the unseen. I am Shadow Slayer. I am nameless."
God damn it, Gigi put his picture up there. I'm so sick sick of Gaelan. I'm sick of this. I'm gonna read it back. I'm so sick of this big ass cornball. Gigi, I swear before God, if you pick out another book by Brent Weeks, I don't care if it's at the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, or wherever. I don't care if it's free. I do not want to read another one of his, hear about another one of his books. This a corny bastard. Because he read a corny ass character. Okay, I'm gonna have to read. I know you just read this line, but I'm gonna read it back. This fool describes himself when he's trying to intimidate somebody by saying, I am the strong arm of deliverance. I am Shadow Strider. I am the scales of justice. I am he who guards the unseen. I am Shadow Slayer. I am nameless fool. If you was nameless, you wouldn't just name yourself 3 different names. You know, went from Gaelan to the Shadow Strider to what is it? The scales, he who is the unseen, and he's the Shadow Slayer. Shut your cornball ass up, Gaelan. Okay. Put his picture up there. Put Brent Weeks' picture up there.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, look at that big cornball cheese bastard himself. He looked like somebody would write something. This damn corny, Gigi. God damn it.
Well.
He should know better. He got a series of people who like this. I know our subscribers that's not going to like this, Gigi. I mean, this is just too damn cornball. An assassin. Come on. And okay. All right, Gigi. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just had to get that. I had to vent. I am so sorry. Okay. I'm going to let you finish this so we can get on to the next so we can finish this. Okay? I can't wait till the end. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue on.
Okay. Continuing on. His next kill has to be a man named Count Rimbald Drake. Throughout our story, Gaelan uses magical powers called Kakari. He used it that night to sheath himself into invisibility and slipped inside a building unseen by the guards at the door. He slipped into a place called the Chamber of Nine. The Shinga were there in an underground meeting. While cloaked in invisibility, he lopped off one of the members' heads, killing him instantly. Then he took his cloak off and revealed himself. The men were afraid to approach him. One tried, but he crushed his hand. Then they all quieted down and listened. Winbert was at the meeting also. The story time jumps around weirdly. Gaelan tells Winbert Karina he found where the man who killed her family was hiding. It was Baron Rico, and he's at the Castle Chateau Cheyenne. Next, Gaelan kills a man named Voravas. The story flashbacks again on page 98 to 99. It tells how Gaelan got his magical powers when his name was Achilles Thorn. His town was attacked and set fire by a magical spell. He and a few other men fled the town, but as the last bit of fire burned, it flashed through his body and somehow, without killing him, left him with the power called Shadow and made him immortal. It was the city of Trithel that was burned to cinders. The spell had come from a man named Jarson Alcesters. He was the king of Trithel. We learned that Gaelan is able to shapeshift. He can change his appearance into a whole different person, so for the next assignment to kill, he changes from his dark hair and features into a thin, blonde, bearded, and pock-marked cheeks. Guinevere says this look isn't as handsome, but he says it is how he looked before he became magical and immortal. He changed his look because the authorities of the city have assumed he died in the Warren City fire he first fought in, so he's reported as dead. His new name now, he says, is Dorzo Flint. We switch to Dorzo or Gaelan torturing his next assigned killing. The man Guinevere has assigned him to go after. He's trying to get him to talk. The man is trying to protect a woman named Duchess Jadwin. The man's name is Ugg. Okay, here you come again.
Let me get the mic again, Gigi. So what's the name of this man he assassinated? This cornball Brent Weeks run out of names for his character again or something. So this person that Gaelan's supposed to be torturing or killing, his name is Ugg.
Yep.
You mean tell me Brent Weeks, did he run out of names? He named one of the characters Ugg.
Yes.
He couldn't come up with a better name than that.
I guess not.
Oh my God. Alright, that corny bastard. Okay. Is it the end yet, Gigi?
No.
Is it the end?
No.
Okay, can we just say it's the end and just end the whole story, Gigi?
No. Move. Get away from my mic.
Okay, I'm sorry, Gigi. Alright, let me back to the mic. I'm just playing, Gigi. I'm just playing. Okay, just let me back to the mic. Okay. Okay, it's not the end yet. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out his real name later on. Oh my God. What a stupid. Okay, it's just stupid. Alright. Okay, continue on.
Okay, anyway, this man is trying to protect this lady named Duchess Jadwin. Her full name is Trudana Jadwin. He has the man's arms tied around a barrel as if hugging it. He's poisoned the man with laxative and has stripped his pants off. The man is naked from the waist down. Then, using a magical illusion, Gaelan grabs his own shirt and creates illusion to the man as to be tearing off his own skin off, revealing blue metal underneath. But it's just an illusion. It looks as if he's transforming into something horrific. Ugg is afraid and asks, "What are you?" Gaelan tells him he's the night angel.
He said, what now? You the what? The night angel. So is this another name he done made up for himself, Gigi the reader?
Yes.
Can this be the end?
No.
This fool earlier just named himself. How many names he gonna have in this one story, Gigi? He done went from being earlier on 78, he described himself, I am the Shadow Strider. I am he who guards the unseen, the Shadow Slayer. I am nameless. Now, which one you gonna be? You gonna be the Shadow Strider, the Shadow Slayer, or nameless? You can't be all of you, big cornball bastard. And all of a sudden, you the Night Angel. I'm so sick. I can't wait till we get to the end. I hate to just somebody just beat the hell out of Gaelan just for coming up with these crazy cornball names. Or either beat the hell out of Brent Weeks.
Yeah.
Who think he Mr. Cool by his picture. Okay. I'm so sick of this. I can't wait till we get to the end. Okay. Continue on.
Okay, the man is cursing at Gaelan and he finds out that Ugg's real name is Duke Emil Jadwin. He married his sister-in-law after his brother, the first Duke, died. We find out Trudana murdered some of Gaelan's friends during the war, so Gaelan wants to know Trudana's location and the match who helped her murder them. When the Duke asks, "What are you doing? What are you going to do to me?" Gaelan points to a metal tube. He says he'll stick the hollow tube in his rectum and let a mole rat he has scurry into the tube, and it'll dig its way out through his intestine. As the Duke starts to cry in fear, Gaelan says to the readers, "Remember that thing I said about how I tell you to turn away? Now would be a good time." That's a quote of Gaelan telling his readers to turn away.
Yeah, Gigi, this entire book should have been turned away from. When you seen it on a Dollar Tree shelf, that would have been a good time to turn away from that whole shelf when you see the book sitting there. Because this Brent Weeks, put his picture up. Goddammit, Gigi, put his picture up there. We're going to show him this big cheese ball one more time because he think he killing it. Look at him. He just think he killing it with this whole deal. I guess there's some fools who want to pay $17.99 for this book, but you see it ended up on the Dollar Tree shelf. He think he killing it with this series, but he can have this. I mean, at least it was up with taxes, but it was 99 cents too much, Gigi. Oh my God, I'm so glad. Okay. We're almost near the end. We just this say this the end, Gigi. Okay, carry on, Gigi, carry on, and then and introduce the next book. Say what you got to say, Gigi, and then introduce the next next month's book whenever you get time to post our next reading, Gigi. Okay. And I apologize to the subscribers for this one, but okay, alright. You know what?
Get away from my mic.
Okay, alright.
Okay. Then in acknowledgments, the writer that ends the story, and then in acknowledgments, the writer had the audacity to say the book was a chance for him to experiment with a time-skipping kinetic style that he hoped would be fitting for these characters. Well, personally, I think he failed miserably. The time-skipping kinetic style is nothing more than the character having flashbacks to another time in his life. And as a reader, I have to say that the so-called style of writing really sucked, as did the corny so-called heroic characters. You win some, you lose some with Dollar Tree books, but when I bought the Iron Will of Jenny Lowe, I lucked up and I found a gem of a book at Dollar Tree. But this book, Perfect Shadow, was a perfect example of a hot mess and a great loss. But luckily, I only spent $1 on this book. I can't believe he has a whole series of these type of books. So all in all, I give this book 1 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching and listening, and please join me on my next book review by the name of The Incredible Adventures of Cinnamon Girl by Melissa Kill. Thank you for watching and listening, and please like and subscribe.